Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Jasmine Carter claimed she made an elaborate seafood spread for a birthday party with her sister, but her sibling didn't store it properly and the food spoiled. Monique Carter says the food was left with her friend and the storage directions weren't clear.
Miss Carter, you are suing your half-sister, Miss Carter, for $2,850, the value of a food delivery that went bad that you say is her fault for a joint party you were gonna have. Okay, were you two raised together or no?
Actually, no, Your Honor, we weren't. We are half-sisters through our father.
Okay, did you know each other young?
Not really. Honestly, our relationship was pretty awkward growing up, and so our father had actually remarried.
And then what? Was your father part of your life or no?
He was, but I'd say, of course, more rarely than he was before.
Okay, but you met her when you were young, right? Or she was young, or no, not even that?
I didn't meet her until I was about 10 years old, Your Honor.
And she was how old?
5.
Okay. Tell me about this party that the two of you planned.
Okay, so with us getting older, we wanted to be able to get a little closer, especially since our birthdays were a day apart, even though we were 5 years apart. So with my 30th birthday last year, and as we began to talk a little bit more with time, we decided to celebrate it together. So this would have been the first birthday that we did that. And so as we coordinated, I was going to be in charge of making the food.
Okay.
And
how big a party was this going to be?
Actually, it was going to have 50 people, Your Honor, not including us, but 52 people total.
Okay.
And
so, was it at a venue or someone's house?
It was actually at a venue.
What was the venue?
It was actually in my sister's responsibility,
Okay.
and she came
What
up
kind
with
of
the venue.
place? What was the venue?
It was a catering hall.
Okay. All right, so go on.
So I basically had the responsibility of making the food, which was a seafood spread. It varied from garlic butter crab legs to a shrimp cocktail, as well as a salmon stew. I mean, it was a lot, Your Honor. And so with that, I made sure everything was beautiful, no matter how exhausted I was, because I work a full-time job as an administrative assistant. So with that, I made sure the next day everything was completed. It was perfect. But when I did arrive by 11 a.m., the time I did
What time was the party?
5 p.m.
Okay, so you arrive at the venue at 11 a.m. and you expect to see, how had you divided the responsibilities? You were gonna do the food, and what was she gonna do according to you?
Well, we agreed. I would do the food, which was a lot, and she would also, or take care of on her part, the venue, the logistics of the party, and just setting up the decorations as well.
Decorations and all right. So you get there at 11, and do you see her there?
No.
Okay, who do you see anybody there?
Yes, it was a friend, I guess, that was helping her set up.
Okay, and what do you do?
I arrived frustratingly, of course, because I expected her to be there, but I went ahead.
Had that been the plan between the two of you?
It was originally, even though I know she mentioned in text that she may not be there, but I did expect her to be.
Okay, so you say you still expected her to be there even though she mentioned she might not. And then what happened? You left, tell me about the contact with this person. Did you know the person?
I didn't.
Okay.
I just understood that there may be someone else there besides her.
Okay.
So, of course, when I did arrive, she wasn't there. And so I gave explicit instructions to this different person.
Okay.
And I assumed just like she was supposed to know.
What instructions did you give that person?
It was the storage for the food and how it needed to be kept for the day.
Exactly what was it you said?
So I said, hey, of course the shrimp cocktail is cold. It needs to be kept on ice. There was ice served with
What was
the
a
shrimp
catering
cocktail.
hall, so there must have been refrigeration. Was there refrigeration there? Were there refrigerators?
Yes, I had confirmed earlier, even though I wasn't there. I said, if I'm not there, my friend is there. Please leave everything with her. We have it handled.
Right, but that's not my question. My question was there refrigeration in the venue that you picked? Is
Yes.
there a refrigerator in the venue?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so go on.
So of course, I gave explicit instructions, the same that I gave my sister, and understood that this person.
So you told them
there,
that the shrimp needed to be, you said on ice, but go on.
And of course, the warm food that was there, hot food at that time, it needed to be put under warmers.
But what, you're gonna have it under warmers from 11 to 5?
Well,
Wouldn't it be better to stick it in the fridge and then warm it before the guests come?
no, because
Yeah.
when you make food, and I did finish in the morning, so when you make food that's hot, you're not supposed to just stick it in the
Refrigerate
fridge.
it again?
You can't.
I do that all day long.
So I know some of us do, and
Yeah, but it
realistically-
tastes different.
Coming up on Justice for the People.
You're out of the car, you're in the venue. Why don't you put it in the fridge and put it on the warmer and all that other stuff?
Because this was expected to be done by my sister, Your
Okay.
Honor.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Jasmine Carter, who is suing her sister Monique Carter over birthday food gone bad.
So is it a better idea to what? To keep it at a very low temperature and maintain, how many hours can you do that for?
Honestly, you can do it for about 6 to 8 hours.
No kidding.
You can. You can. I'm not a professional chef, though. This
No,
is
but you
just,
sound like one.
you know. But it's something that I take pride in because whenever me and my family or closest friends do these events, I cook. I
Okay,
cook really
so here's
well.
my question. When you're giving all these instructions to the person, you're out of the car, you're in the venue, you don't know the person, why don't you put it in the fridge and put it on the warmer and all that other stuff?
Because this was expected to be done by my sister, Your
Okay.
Honor. This was something we agreed upon in the past based off what she
So you
had
figured it was enough to
responsibility.
tell the person, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, this is what you... And the person said, yeah, no problem. So when you got ready and you went to the venue, what did you find?
I found that all of the food that I took so long to make, I was exhausted making it, it was all in the same state that
In
it
the
was
same
in from
spot
11
where you
a.m.
had left it? The person didn't do anything with it?
Like it was a bag of chips, Your Honor. I was devastated.
So what'd you say or do?
Honestly, I was so upset that I didn't even know where to start, but I took photos of the food first because I knew that I had sent photos to my sister beforehand when I first dropped them off, just to show her what state they were in, and not really the state exactly, but more of this is what it looks like. And if you did want to see, Your Honor, it is
Yeah,
on
I wanna
Exhibit
see.
C.
Exhibit C. Okay. On the tables where they're going to be served eventually.
Exactly.
Okay. And that's where you had put them, but according to you, gave explicit instructions to the person to not leave them there, but go put them wherever. And
Well, and I'm sorry, it more so what needed to happen with them. So let's say the
Yeah.
shrimp cocktail, it does need to go in the fridge, but the others could be left above the warmers, and the warmers just need to be placed underneath so they were kept warm throughout the day.
I see 2 containers that would have sterno underneath them, but those don't have sterno underneath them.
No.
All right. So what do you say or do?
So immediately when I returned, I took photos of what the seafood pasta looked like when I got back. And it almost looks like someone tried to do something with them, but they were just left as is. And of course they were hot, and they were now lukewarm at best.
All right. So according to her, this is all your fault. Tell me what happened.
I do not think this was all my fault. I was very caught off guard when she decided to sue me. I'm sorry that everything went bad. I feel bad.
I mean,
That
it was your party too. I assume you wanted everything to be
Of
good.
course, and I was embarrassed as well. It was my party too. If you are telling me not to worry about the food, that is your part and you have it handled, I would assume she would bring everything that it needed to be served.
I just don't even know how this happened, you know? Because if you're bringing the food in and you're telling a complete stranger what to do, why not just do it yourself? What's the name of the person who you left in charge?
Katie.
Katie, why, when you talk to Katie and say, Katie, what happened? What did Katie say?
Katie said she set up the food as it was supposed to be served. I asked why it wasn't stored, and she said she didn't have the specific instructions.
Okay, so Katie denies being told the instructions of how to store it.
Yes.
All right. Tell me about how it works out when you both end up at the party and you realize that all of her food is ruined.
Well, I got back to the venue at 4 p.m. Already, I see that she is upset and all of her food is ruined, and I immediately tried. I ordered burners, I got ice, and it was too late. But as soon as I knew there was an issue, I tried to solve it. I got everything. I had to order catering at the last minute because the food was no longer good.
How'd the party go?
Not good. Honestly, the end was a little bit better, but I was completely embarrassed.
What were the people saying?
Oh.
Why are you taking all that food away?
People were whispering about how the seafood was not good.
Well, it was nice of you to take it away rather than shove it down their gullets. That would have been really rude.
Food poisoning happens, Your Honor.
I know.
Like,
I know.
It just wasn't okay.
Yeah, no. What food did you order at the last minute?
I ordered soul food. I ordered mac and cheese and barbecue chicken, just some catering.
Right, so it gets there in the middle of the party.
Yes.
Right. Did you two talk to each other at the party?
No.
You didn't even talk to each other? Have you talked to each other since the party?
No.
No.
Seriously?
No.
Did you two have a good relationship growing up?
No.
Not really. It was very awkward.
My dad, well, our dad, excuse me, had remarried her mom when I was 5 years old. So I felt like my dad obviously left our family for her family. And, you know, I know that that's not her fault.
No.
I know that. But it does put some strain on a relationship. With time, I got closer to her, but it was just small at first, just me going over the house. And
do you have other sisters?
I don't. I'm the only child, actually.
Right. Do you have other sisters?
I have a brother.
Okay. Yeah, brothers aren't the same.
Coming up.
Any proof about whose responsibility the storage of the food was?
I have some, Your Honor.
Okay. These are texts between the two of you that happened when?
The morning of the party.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Jasmine Carter, who is suing her sister Monique Carter over birthday food gone bad.
Was there ever any discussion between the two of you? Any proof about whose responsibility the storage of the food was?
I have some, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I guess this could wait till after, but I did have an Exhibit A first, how much I spent on the food, which is why...
I don't think that's in dispute. So I see the receipts. I know what you spent on the food, and that doesn't include your efforts. But okay, so you've also put into evidence. This will be Plaintiff's Exhibit B.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and these are texts between the two of you that happen when?
So the first text, it's actually the morning of the party, March 15th of last year. It's at 10:15 a.m.
So it's the morning of the party?
The morning of the party.
Okay, hi, just confirming. Once I drop off the food at the banquet hall, you'll handle the setup and storage, correct? Yes, I got it. Bring everything and I'll take care of it once it gets here. And you say to her, okay, perfect. Since I'm dropping it off at 11, I just want to ensure everything is stored properly until 5, the serving time. Don't worry, I'll handle it. Also, my friend is at the venue. Just in case I leave, I'll make sure it's stored and set up. Great, I'll take before delivery photos. I'm on my way now. Okay, so normally I would agree with you that the person bringing the food should, frankly, put it in the refrigerator and see that everything is taken care of and put it on the warmers in a catering hall where we have refrigeration and a stove.
Coming up.
You literally tell her moments before that you would handle the storage. I think your friend botched this, but your friend is your agent. You're the person who put her in charge.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Jasmine Carter, who is suing her sister Monique Carter over birthday food gone bad.
I'm reading here where you literally tell her moments before that you would handle the storage. Once I drop off the food, you'll handle the setup and storage. Yes. So why didn't you handle the storage?
Your Honor, I also said if I am not able to be there, I will make sure that my friend is there to handle the storage.
Right, so why didn't you make sure your friend took care of the storage? In other words, you're taking complete responsibility for storage here.
She was there, but why would she bring seafood at 11 a.m. expecting it to be ready at 5 p.m.? Seafood is very sensitive.
First of all, that's none of your bit, because she also wants to get ready and look pretty for the party. But that really is not the issue, because you know she's bringing food at 10, and that the food, something has to be done with storage. If you're taking the responsibility for storage, don't you call your friend? And she also took pictures of stuff so you could see it was seafood, right? You texted her the pictures?
Literally, that's the pictures that I told her in that same text. I'll go ahead and take before delivery photos, which
did you?
And that's the same photo that I have provided.
Okay, and you texted that to her. Is that accurate? All right, so you know it's even if you didn't know it was seafood before, which I find so strange because I'd be bragging about my seafood spread. But even if you didn't know it was seafood before, you know it was seafood then, and you know you took responsibility for storage. So why not make a phone call to your friend and make sure that the responsibility you took was being handled competently?
Yes, I let my friend know that Jasmine was coming by and to make sure the food was stored accordingly and ready to be served at the party.
Okay, she doesn't strike me as the kind of woman who would not give instructions to your friend. I think your friend botched this. But your friend is your agent. You're the person who put her in charge.
Judge Milian's verdict when Justice for the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
Why are you suing your half-sister? Like, really, is it worth all this?
Your Honor, I took a day off of work.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's
I know all that. I know bad things happened. The party was ruined for you. I know the seafood got ruined. What do you think is going to happen to your relationship with your sister, suing her in court? I mean, I get it. It's not, I'm going to rule on the case and then we'll be done. But then you won't and you won't. I mean, why are you suing your sister?
I'd honestly feel a little bit differently, Your Honor, if it wasn't $2,000. I don't have money to do something like this. It's almost $3,000, and I did it out of the kindness of my heart. Yeah, and I don't have it now. And that means that I did it just to make sure that I can keep an upscale and well-done party for the both of us. This was my effort. At what cost,
though? Because the party's gone. You can't change the party. And now the only thing on the table is your relationship with your sister. I'm going to rule in your favor because of this email. But hell, at what cost? Verdicts for the plaintiff, $2,850.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $2,850.
You know what? Forget it. I'm sorry, and you don't even have to worry about the money, because I do love you.
I love you too.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.